Hello, my name is Jahg, and welcome to another exciting installment of Jahg Plays All the Mods 9 to the Sky. Oh my gosh, I got it right. Good morning, good morning. That, if nothing else, deserves a little snooze. So that was good. Last time we were making and sieving endstone in order to get ender pearls and indeed eyes of ender. I then claimed a quest in between. I've done nothing since last time. Claimed a quest. I think it was a Forcecraft one, or there was another one somewhere. And it gave me this book, basically. And it also gave me a whole stack of crushed endstone, which is fabulous. So I'm just going to slam it through here. We discovered last time I could put a sieve very far away from this. I guess if it's within a 5x5, I did put it just there. So that's exactly the 5x5. It's still going to sieve them, so I'm just going to do them all. Let's see what we get. I know if I wait until I get a diamond mesh, I can get, what do you call that stuff? A draconium dust? But I don't need that yet, so I will, by the time I do require it, I'll have endless glowstone going through and making endless endstone, possibly auto-crushed and various things. Look at this, I've got a bunch of end pearls now. End pearls, that's what I called them. Ender pearls and indeed some more eyes of ender, so I didn't need to waste my blaze powder. Talking of which, I haven't emptied my bags. Oh no. Well, there's a ton of stuff in there that I need to remember to remove. Fine. For now, though, let's just dump out this. There we go. Having some of these chorus flowers is not a problem either, because that will mean I can do, I guess that's a plantable. That means I can do some, what do you call that? A building out of purple, which is great. I still have these extra compressed dust that I don't need necessarily on me now. So I want to see if I can make today as many of the bits as possible. Well, I can. Yes, we can all see that I can make as many as possible. It might be none, but my plan is to make them all. So I don't need the crushed endstone anymore. I don't need the superheating element in my list anymore. I don't need the pipe wrench, or these pipes, or the stone barrel. Fine, so I'm going to focus on this gubbins mob masher onwards. Now I happen to know that the mob masher requires these spikes, which require blocks of iron and swords, So let's just take a bunch of that iron out of there and consider what we're doing. So I need 2 of the spikes, so I need a block of iron. I think this needs another block. Yes, it does. So I'll take a third block of that. I need 8 iron swords for this, so let's just get rid of all that, leave 8 iron swords in there. That's going to give me 7. That's annoying. There we go, there's 8 iron swords. Let's make the 2 spikes that I need now. I was talking of spikes, I was thinking about the old series I did, Sky Factory 2.5, something like that, and it had spikes, didn't it? I didn't make the mob masher. Maybe it had the mob masher, I just didn't know. But now I'm a genius at this game. That's not true. I'm slightly more advanced than perhaps I was. I don't have enough redstone, but I sieved for it before, so I have it. Marvellous. That all came from the dust, I believe I was sieving to get that. So that's that. What else do I need here? I need 3 diamonds, and that's it, actually, to make a mob masher. And I have the 3 diamonds, so let's do it. Bonk. Very good. So now this, you place it down, you give it a redstone signal, a lever or whatever, and it and murders things. It also has upgrades you can put in it. Looting, and I think that's looting. There's sharpness. There's fire aspect. That's that one. Can't remember. Beheading is this last one. Bane of arthropods, and smite. That'll be that one for killing zombies more efficiently. Wow, that is the wrong tool. I might have destroyed that then, for goodness sake. Let's not do that. So let's take that. So we have this. This is a machine part. I'm temporarily going to, what am I going to do? Put it there, I guess. All right, so now we're on to the next thing. Now I happen to know I'm likely to need more cooked stone, so I'm just going to slam a bit of that on for now. So I've done the mob masher. I'm going to remove it from my list. So I need 10 fans. And the reason I need 10 fans is because I have determined if you have a box that's 9 by 9 by 9 and you put 4 fans in the top of it facing down, you can easily cover all of that ground. just with a few extra upgrades in the fans. So that's 4 in the top. If you have 2 either side of the thing, 2 each either side pushing inwards, then that's 8. And then you have 1 and 1 in the other 2 sides to push all of the mobs into the very center of it is what we're going to do. And the mob masher is going to sit in the very center of all that. So that makes 10 fans. Now, I've always been wrong at these maths, so let's hope that's right. I need 10 blocks of redstone. Wowzers. I don't think that I'm going to have anywhere near that. No, I'm not. Interesting. I've got 7. I guess that is near to 10, but it's not enough. So you know what that means? That means we are sieving more dust. See you in a minute. Very good, very good. Now, you're probably thinking, why on earth is he starting? He's only just begun this world. Why does he want to destroy mobs already? And the obvious answer, perhaps, is that they drop a lot of useful loot early on. Witches, for instance, are going to drop redstone and glowstone, and we've already seen that I need both redstone, as evidenced here, but also glowstone in abundance. So that's a thing. Also, the extra iron is going to come in super handy from mob drops from zombies, and various other things. I mean, there's all manner of mob drops that I'm likely to want. Bones, for instance, is going to be super useful. So that's why I'm doing it, basically. And the question is, do I have enough iron left over? Oh no, I may need to sieve for iron next. Goodness, well, we will see. I'll take some of this stone that I've got here. So I need 10 fans. Oh no, that means I need 40 of these slabs. Let's try and not overmake. I think I've already overmade because I think I have some in here. I do. I have exactly the number. Very good. So I've got those. I've got the redstone. Now I need 40 iron. Oh no, I did say that this took a lot of iron, and wouldn't you know it, I have no iron remaining. So you know what that means. That's right. I'm needing to sieve more gravel. Back in a minute. Very good, very good. All right. Oh, don't mash that emerald in there. So sieving, my goodness, I'm going to need to do a bunch of sieving before next episode. So that's going to be a thing that I will absolutely do. As you can see, my inventory now in the bag is a shocking mess. Again, I will sort that out. Oh, I didn't mean to put that in there. Come back to me, iron. You were needed. So this is the iron I have at the moment. I am going to place it down and mine it up in the usual way. How very usual. Well, the usual way actually is not using the hammer. That's not a thing. It's the mining tool. There we go. Let's do this. I very much like the appearance of this sort of glowing business that it's got going on there. Very nice. I like. Right, so first things first, do I still have my... Yes, I do, but it's almost broken. Do I have enough copper? Yes, I do, to make a second one. So, you know what? When in doubt, let's just let it out. Or something. Now, this goes here, clank, very good, clank. I guess it's not clanking for some reason. Is it not clank when the tool breaks in this? I don't know. I guess we didn't hear it, and so it didn't. End of. 30 in there, 30 something in there. Let's do, I know, the waste of coal, but I have, 8 pieces of coal. No, there it is. I was going to say there must be more than this 8. There are many more than that 8. So let's just wait for those to be done. I needed 40 iron, I believe. I have 8 already. I did also, yes, I have some nuggets, but that is absolutely not enough. I guess I've also sieved something else and got more nuggets here. Is that exactly a stack? Well, clearly it was. Let's see if there are others in there I just didn't know. No, that's fine. Let's do this. I should be using the K on this thing. Pressing K on the Shift and K would have done that, but never mind. I've got 7 more than I thought I had there. That's good. I guess I can file away some of this whilst the rest is cooking. Salt. Now, I haven't decided whether salt is a food. I guess it isn't. It really is a goodie because it's used in the machines. Oh, I guess also it is used in fruitcake, and therefore we must have bunches of that. So salt is used to do things. Oh, I see, in like the duplication of ores and so on. Interesting. I'll keep it in I'll keep it in the goodies chest for now, remembering that I will need to extricate it from there at some point. There we go. There's our 40 of that when I discover I need to. Oops, I sorted the chest. That's something I always do that. I just go in a chest and sort it. That's my backpack I've just sorted there. So now I can't find anything. Here we go. This the redstone. And in here should be 40 slabs. There they are. Right. Now, I can use this to make my 10 mob fans. And the mob fans are super good. I will need a lever for each of these, I guess. Let's just do 16 of that. Why not? Use the logs to make sticks. I think I've used all the spare sticks I've been getting from chopping the trees down, which is fabulous. So fans are super good. Let me put some of these away and I will demonstrate the super goodness of them in case you are unaware, but I don't know. Is anyone ever unaware of anything I know? That's totally the wrong place. Well, it isn't, but it's the wrong way round. Please give me this back. Thank you. So if I place this here, you can see if I right-click it and do Show Area, it will reach 5 spaces in front of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With additional distance modifiers, that's this one. If I just do @grin, you can see those again. Whoops, I cannot type. Well, I can, but that was nonsense. Here we are, the distance upgrade, maximum of 10 additional ones, so it could go 16 if we wanted to. So the distance ones, it says feathers. That's why I need chickens. Another reason I need chickens, basically, because I need them for this. So I will have to breed up a huge batch of chickens. I don't know. Luckily, we're going to get seeds out the wing wang with this, and I don't know if I've got another chicken yet. Wowzers, I've got horses and a starbuncle. Good grief. That is unfortunate. I will have to swab them and murder them later on. Additionally, there's width and height, which will change the width of this to be like 2. So it goes up in 1s, so it'll be from 1 to 3 to 5 to 7. I guess that's going up in 2s, but the you put 1 in and it goes up by 2. That was not clear. Same with height. You can do the height ones. We will be doing some of those modifiers as necessary. Oh, I didn't actually utilize it. So let's actually show the area and turn the thing on. So there it is on. Just a bit of redstone signal, and whee! It pushes mobs, and you can see I'm trying to walk forward into it. I'm trying to run. I can't sneak into it. So it really does do a good job of pushing mobs around, basically. So if you had one that's going this way, one that's going that way, some others along here pushing in this direction, you should see that we can force people into the middle of a 9x9 area quite easily. So this is the 1, 2, 3, 4. So this block right here would be the middle of my 9x9 area. So that will push everything into the middle where I will have my my mob masher, which is good. So that's what I've done there. Give me this back. They're very surprisingly tough, those things. Resilient, I guess is the word. I'm going to stack it in there. They do not remember the settings of whether you showed the area or not, so that's fine. I'm going to need the levers to turn those off and on. Same with the mob masher. That's a lever turns those off and on. So I've now done the fans. Now, what's the next bit? The next bit is I want to basically I want to get this drain on the go, I think. So let's do this. So this requires a lot of glass. So I should get some of the sand cooking that I haven't had cooking. Goodness. I probably don't have enough of this already cooked. So that's going to be fun. Let's just take all of this out. Now that we have this extra iron, I could make a whole other one. Well, I couldn't, but generally I'm not going to need more than 1 mob masher. And if I do, I'm probably doing it wrongly. So what am I doing? Think about it, James. Think about it. I'm trying to make this the XP drain. So in order to do this, I need a hopper. I need some iron bars, and I need a singularity tank. Fine, I just put that iron away, didn't I? Now I need it again. Turns out I did make some extra glass, but I've put it somewhere. In me, for some reason. I was going to make a second something. Steel thingy. That's right, to go underneath the other lava crucible. However, that's fine. I just need a little bit of this. That's okay. So this is how we make a singularity tank. Which stores 32 buckets by default. You can actually make these into a jumbo tank, which I think I've got bookmarked here. 4 of those singularity tanks plus the iron makes a jumbo tank, but we only need the singularity tank for now. The glass, I'm just going to pop back in there. That's fine. I am going to need some iron bars. Now, when you're playing a non-skyblock world, iron bars are 10 a penny because of various places you can find them naturally spawning in various buildings around the world, and indeed in the end when you deal with the dragon. I don't need more of this glass. I don't know why I collected that there. But in this, we have to make a whole batch of it ourselves. Goodness, how manual. I need a hopper and 2 of those things. So let's take 2 of those eyes of ender. Again, I've put the iron back because that's how I work. In this, there's a recipe for a hopper that I think you can just put the 2 logs in and it will make the thing, because it's not really a chest, but there we are. Now I can make my singularity, my XP drain singularity tank. I've got 37 levels from all of these, well, those horses, not from all horses, from all these quests I've been doing, and I can stand on it and it will drain my levels, as you can see at the bottom there, 37, now it's 36, into the XP drain singularity tank, and you can see at the top there, 3 buckets and a bit. I didn't stand on it for very long, but the important thing is that we need at least 4 buckets of this, because we're going to have to make a rotten egg, which makes a 5x5 area of dreadful dirt, which means that evil mobs will spawn like super quick in there, basically. And so that's going to go as the floor of my mob masher place. So that's what I'm doing. In order to make that rotten egg, you have to feed GM chicken feed cursed to a chicken, which is why I want chickens over there, as well as the feathers for the upgrades and so on. However, this is made from 4 buckets of the essence and from various evil mob bits. And that's going to be fun, because I've got to find a way of manually, I guess, getting a spider eye and some rotten flesh and so on. The room I have in mind, this 9x9 cube of death, it is going to be a dark room, essentially. So even without this sort of special dirt, this dreadful dirt that I want to make, it's this purple one here, by the way, it's still going to spawn evil in there, so I'll still be able to get these things. It'll just be slow going to start with, I suspect. So that's what we're going to need. I'm going to add it to my list of things I'm working on there, because I am going to need those things in that order. You can drag these things around, by the way. I'm not sure if I said that before. So we have done the XP tank, which is great. And indeed, I believe it's filled up. Yes, so 37 levels down to 23. So that's 14 levels worth at that level. So obviously not 14 levels, but because it's an exponential amount for each level you go upwards. Blah, blah, blah. Hello. So that's the thing. So I've got that tank ready to go. I will go and get the obsidian, because I'm going to need some of that. I'm thinking of swapping these over temporarily, because obsidian is actually more useful than this endstone at this time. I will probably make another of these superheating elements in between this episode and the next. But for now, let's just swap those over, so at least it's doing. There it goes, and that's going to be a lot quicker at producing this. So I need a little bit of this, not much. But, well, that much, I guess. I need less than that. I think I need 4. But I've got this much now, so that's fun. Have I still got the iron in me? No, I put it away because I'm helpful and useful. Sorry, I was running away from the microphone there. I'm sorry if I was slightly quieter for some of that. So there's my XP tap. And this goes on the edge of this. Basically, this is how you saw how you get the XP into it. You just stand on it, basically, and it drains out of you. To get it out of there and back into you, you just right-click the tap, and it goes back in you see? And I don't think you lose anything for doing that. So if you started with 10 levels and it took it all out, and then you drained it all out again, you should get, I think, 10 levels. That's not the case. Look, I'm down to 22 now. There's a little bit of loss. Interesting. Very interesting, but not much. I think I was down to 24 levels before, 37 to 24, and I used 13 or 14. Can't remember, maybe 23, some number. That's what I've got going on. So I've made the tap. The other thing is, I think I'm going to need yet another hopper. So let's make that. Let me remove the tap from my list over here. So yes, I'm making the absorption hopper, and it takes a hopper and 3 bits of obsidian and 1 of these eyes of ender. So let's do that, I guess. Let's make the hopper. I, for some reason, was drawing it in and then I cancelled out of it because I'm a fool. This type of crafting table doesn't keep the stuff within it, you see. I wonder if there is one in this mod pack, the way where it keeps the stuff inside of it, rather than flopping it all over the floor. So there it is. There's the pattern for the absorption Hotter. Hopper. It vacuums up items and XP within a 7x7. You can again add range increases into it, radius upgrades. It talks about it in that tooltip there, so that it will cover all of the 9x9 basically of my floor area that I'm going to have inside this this mob killer. So there's that. So I've got another piece of my system right there. I'm going to put the bits here, I think. So it's this and this is inside the place. These in the walls, that's in the floor. This hopper is in the is underneath collecting the bits. So yes, I got too much of this. Oh, where did I put that? I actually put that in there. Too much of this obsidian on me for now. So that's that. So I've done the absorption hopper so that will collect all the bits that the mob masher is going to produce from all these evil mobs spawning in there. Get rid of the Eye of Ender. We've already got that. I do want a jumbo tank to collect the XP from the evil mobs. Wow, I thought that was a baby cow. I don't know if obviously I'm insane. That doesn't look like a baby cow, but just from the corner of my eye, I thought there's a baby cow. Hopefully other people see that and it's not just me being bonkers. I am going to need a lot more glass, so I will have to do some have to get some gravel hammered down into sand to make the jumbo tank, but that's fine. The XP solidifier is the next thing, which I'm going to need another hopper. I'm going to need a piston. I believe I made spare pistons. I did. Let's make the hopper now. As I said at the beginning of this episode, we're trying to make as many of these bits as possible before the next episode. Potentially, I might, if I have all of the bits, I might build the thing next episode. That'd be good. So I need another of these singularity tanks. I can just click the button to do that. So I had the glass in me for that. That's fine. Get rid of the extra glass. So now I need 2 of these entity conveyors. Now this is where it gets unfortunate. I need slime of some sort. And I have no idea how I might get slime. Wow, how do I get these? I don't know. How I might get slime. Can I get slime from sieving anything? I don't know. I may have to... log stripping? Oh, from a slimy delight log. Oddly enough, I haven't got a slimy delight log. So I don't know how I'm going to get my slime. I guess the slimes might spawn naturally in my mob catcher. I don't know. I thought there was a way. Maybe it's a slime block. Can I get a slime block? I can. Milk, water plus milk. So it was lava plus whatever to make the thing. So contents are consumed. If I have a bucket, a barrel of this, and pour a bucket of milk into it, is that going to do it? Baby cow, you see. It's all synchronicity or something. I don't have any slabs, of course, because I made just enough previously. That's why. So let's just make this to give us the slab we need. Let's pop this down here to make the extra barrel. I guess I could have used a wooden barrel for that, actually, because we're only mixing water and milk, after all. So let's go and do this over here. Hello. Hi. I'm very glad I kept at least 1 cow. I guess 1 cow. Is this a starbuncle then? Yes. Hello. You're magical. I am going to have to get rid of these horses. It's a problem, I know. Put the water in here and then milk. I think it's that way round. Yes, it is. And there's our slime. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Should I have a bucket of milk on hand just for having it on hand? Sheep. Hello. I don't have any shears. I do have the ability to make. Oh, I do have shears. They are not in me. I put them away. Do I have flint? Yes, because I know I have shears because I have flint shears from dealing with the... let's make this back into shambles. From dealing with leaves for making my dirt originally. Hello. Gosh, you are slightly in the way there. That's fine. Oh my gosh, and another of you. Fine. Out you go. Oh gosh. Okay, now the llamas are everywhere. What have you got? You see, this is why I want this guy. That's why I swapped him, so that we could spawn him again. Because eventually I'm going to get a ton of emeralds. Diamond boots plus these emeralds gives us protection 5, mending, unbreaking 5, stable footing, which is super good, because maybe we'll be flying eventually. Jetpacks, I must assume. And feather falling 5. I want that. This guy, come back. Come back when I have the... Well, they are stuck there forever. Can I close this while they're there? No. All right. In you go. Goodness, that is an absolute mess of a thing now. Never mind. It's fine. So I have my slime balls now, which is great. So I can't remember how many I needed. So in order to make the XP solidifier, I need these entity conveyors. So I need a little bit of redstone, which I have, a little bit of iron, which I have, and the slime. And oh, you get 6 at a time. Wow, very good. All right, that is splendid. So I should now have all I need for this. And there's my XP solidifier. So this works by... oh, I need one more thing for this. I need another bucket. One always needs more buckets in this game. Previously in the Sky Factory, I believe we got buckets from... what do we get buckets from? Do I need gold? I think it's gold. Buckets from loot bags, but loot bags aren't in this, I assume. So, gold nuggets surrounding a... I don't think I bookmarked it. I didn't. It's this XP mold blank. There's only the one thing it can do, and that is to make the blank mold. And then the blank mold you make into the jelly mold, basically. It gives you the bucket back, which is good. So there's the blank mold. Make it again. There's our jelly mold, and I can then put that in here. It doesn't need power. And then I can put XP in it, and it will make jelly babies. Let me do that from here. Obviously, you don't normally do this manually. And then you push the go button. And that one bucket of jelly, of XP makes one jelly baby XP thing. And you can eat these. You can eat them in bulk by sneaking with a whole stack. They're super good way of storing XP. I'm going to put it in mob drops for now because that's kind of what it is, actually. It's the XP that came from the mobs. Anyway, so I've made that now. That's super good. So that's another thing off our list. So that's the XP solidifier be gone. Next, let's make the ender inhibitor. Redstone, glowstone, and... was it 2 iron? I think it was 2 iron. I already had iron on me. I need my ender pearl or eye of ender. Let's make the ender inhibitor. There it is. Very good. That's super good to have that. So Enderman won't teleport away. You can right click it and turn it off if you need to. It's like an 8x8 area or something. It prevents them teleporting in. Something like that. Yes, 8 blocks away. Fine. So I've made that. XP juice buckets, we've seen how to make those. So basically this, setting up the mob spawner so that I can make this cursed chicken feed is the next thing, because I need a spider eye and a bit of rotten flesh and so on, and I can't make these things yet. I could make an old school mob mashing platform, but I haven't, and I probably won't. The other thing I need for proper spawning of this is some dark glass. Oh no! The tinted glass from this, which is the one I would usually go for, they've changed this recipe. That's very interesting. It now has to be a hardened glass of some sort. So, and indeed coal dust and obsidian dust. So we won't be doing that type of glass. Let's do, there's also the Minecraft one. I just want, I guess everything's at Minecraft, isn't it? Doesn't it have a version of tinted glass? Well, not tinter glass. Let's type it correctly. This. Yes, which is not witherproof. Hello. Oh, he's disappearing. That's fine. It's nighttime. But it is super cheap in terms of if we had amethyst. Amethyst we can get from crushed deep slate in an iron mesh. Wow, 6% chance. All right. Next episode, we will be getting crushed deep slate. So unfortunately, I've not managed to get all the bits that I needed for my mob masher, but I've got most of them, and that's super good. I guess for now, I could just make an empty, not an empty box, make a fully walled box and not have the glass. I'd just like the glass to be able to see in there, frankly. We've got a bunch of quests. I will just collect all the bits and see what I've got. More slime and a steak. Goodness. I will file that away in the foods. So next time we'll be finishing up our mob masher. Next time we'll definitely be doing deep slate, getting crushed deep slate, giving that a sieve, see how profitable that's going to be for us. In between this episode and next, I will do a bunch of sieving. Yes, a bunch of sieving, such that I will eventually have enough stuff to be able to do what I seek, which is marvelous. So, you know, this the iron bottleneck, we've got the redstone bottleneck, we've got all manner of bottlenecks, basically. So that's what I'm going to do for next time. Thank you very much for watching. If you're not subscribed, why not subscribe? You know you want to. And if you like this video, why not like this video? Good night.